Do you think younger people look at us and think they are boring or they are free?
They think we're weirdos. Healthy. I don't know.
The age-wise, like for example, you go out, you push yourself to go out to prove yourself that I still got it, like I still have the energy to go out.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can if you like, but you're like, I mean, no one cares.
Yes. Do you actually enjoy going out, or do you just like remembering that you used to?
Get older, you know.
Do you think couples go out to have fun or to avoid sitting alone together at home? People who go out a lot after 40 are happier or just louder?
Yeah.
At what point did going out stop being exciting and start feeling like responsibility?
Hi guys, welcome back to Gary and Susie talking about stuff. We sit here and we talk about life in general for anyone who's around our age, and it's just spitballing really. And we really enjoy everyone's feedback on all the videos that we put up on our YouTube channel. So if you're watching, thank you very much, and give us a like and a follow and a subscribe and all that stuff. I will hand you over to the host of the show, the Queen, Susie Hussein. There she is. I don't know what we're talking about today, so this is going to be interesting.
We're going to talk today about going out after 40.
Ah, good, because we're going out tonight.
Because we're going out tonight and we are 40. I am 40.
Oh, are you? I did not know that. I was under the impression you were in your 30s.
And he's 55.
I am not 55. I might look 55.
Lily's like, what?
Yeah, the dog was like, well, I'm not going to let her tell anyone my age. You know, she's pretty precious, Lily. I'm not 55, but I'm not 50 either. I'm in my mid-40s.
Okay, I'm 40 and he's 45.
Okay, well, why don't you just tell everyone? Okay, I should have known what the topic was before we started talking. So we're talking about what it's like going out when you're over 40.
Yes.
Well, that's a pretty good idea, because we're ready to go out. We're going out.
Yes,
you know?
But we don't usually.
No, we don't. And it's changed over the years. What is going out nowadays when you're in your 40s? We're going over to our good friend's house for dinner and drinks. So very civilised. I probably would have balked at that when I was 25. My party days in my 20s. I was a little crazy when I was younger. Not crazy, but I mean, I was growing up in Ireland. You know, in the early noughties, in my 20s, I was in my 20s then. And it was just the whole culture would revolve around drink. Everything, really. I mean, you would start on a Thursday. You'd have a couple of quiet drinks on a Thursday with a couple of friends. You go home sensible because you had work the next day. And then Friday, you would go out. You would make a night out of it. As we say in Ireland, you're not going out, you're going out. So you'd hit the pub and then you'd hit a nightclub or whatever it might be. It could be a gig or whatever, but it was a big night out. And then you'd wake up on Saturday with a bit of a hangover. And invariably, you might go out again and do the double. You might do the double. Not on weekends, you would do the double. But other than that, you might just end up down the local, having a few pints to cure yourself from the night before. So drink. And whatever happened, you normally end up in the pub on a Sunday afternoon then, having a couple of quiet pints, just to ease yourself into the week. So the work week is really Monday to Wednesday. And the messing started on the Thursday. But in your 20s, you're young enough to do that, you know. But if I did that now, I'd probably die at the end of the week. If I had one night out, I'd die at the end of the week.
Tell me you're Irish without telling me you're Irish.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's different now, though. I mean, young people don't do that anymore. They really don't. The pubs are much quieter at the weekends. It's a total change in culture, certainly in Ireland. Young people are going to the gym. They're worried about their nutrition, their fitness, their protein levels. They're, getting up in the morning, going for a run. They're a totally different breed to the generations that came before them. And, it's good. I mean, obviously it's good because it's not healthy to drink your way through your 20s, which is pretty much what I did. But you grew up in Bulgaria. What was your 20s like? Well, you'd gone by then, hadn't you? Yeah, you'd left Bulgaria.
No, I was in Sofia.
Oh.
We drank on the weekends. Yeah.
Yeah. Like wine and stuff?
Yeah, like me, I can't really drink. I never
You're not a big
was
drinker.
A drinker. No, I was drinking like a glass of wine or something, and then I was drunk already.
Cheap?
cheap date.
Nice cheap night. But you'd go to nightclubs and stuff like that?
Yeah, we did. Yes, I was a party girl.
Party girl.
Yes, we partied and dancing and...
My first time in Bulgaria, Susie took me to Sunny Beach and we went to a couple of nightclubs. I was 40, so I was already age in a pro. I was just not really fit for it, but it was great fun.
It was very nice.
Yeah, they do nightclubs well in Bulgaria, I have to say.
One of the best nights.
Yeah, it was very good fun. It's great crack. Yeah. I mean, if I was in my 20s, I would have loved that. I loved it anyway.
Okay, I have some questions for you. Do you actually enjoy going out now after 40? So we
No.
are talking about like going
Over
out after
40s, yeah, yeah.
40s, yes. Do you actually enjoy going out or do you just like remembering that you used to?
I'm pretty content with my past, so I had great fun. I jammed an awful lot of messing and, cavorting and nonsense into my 20s and 30s even. So I'm pretty content. I don't feel like I missed out on anything. I don't feel like there was any opportunities that I didn't take when I was younger. I went out, I had fun, I travelled, and so over 40, I'm definitely in the era of nesting. I just want to relax, the two of us in with the dog. That's my perfect night, like we're doing right now. Um, uh, so that to me is a more fulfilling and more enjoyable night out. I do go out. Every Christmas, me and the guys meet up for a few drinks. Every year, it gets harder and harder to recover from it because no one in the group. It's like they get collective amnesia when they meet up. They meet up and they all of a sudden think they're 25 and they start drinking like they're 25, but they're not. They're between 40 and 55 and they pay for it for about a week after. So I still go out, um, but it's rare and they are occasions. Tonight is exceptional because it's just a quiet night in with friends. We're just going to sit in their living room and have a simple dinner and with delicious dinner because she's a great cook and a little bit of drink and relax. And it's going to be nice. So that's my speed now. That's my speed now.
At what point did going out stop being exciting and start feeling like responsibility?
Oh God.
What age?
I was around 40. COVID hit at the right time for me because it kind of took all that stuff away from me and the messing around and the going out and stuff. And I kind of realised that I didn't miss it all that much. So that was fine. And now, to be honest with you, people make plans all the time. They're like, oh, we'll go out for a few pints on the 18th of whenever. And I love making plans. Plans are great to make. You're like, oh yeah, that sounds like amazing. I've got a life. Yeah, of
Until the
course.
day before.
The day beforehand, you're like, oh, do I really? Oh, I said I'd go. I have to go, and then depending on who it is you're meeting or what it is you're doing, 9 times out of 10, you're happy when you're there. When you're actually in the middle of it, you're kind of happy that you did it. But getting there becomes a real steep hill to climb when you're in your 40s, for sure. There's all sorts of questions that go on in your head. When you were younger, it was like, I meet you Friday for a few pints. You got up Friday, you went out for the few pints, you had a great time, bish, bash, bosh, done and dusted, right?
Yeah.
But in your 40s, it's like, yeah, I'll meet you on Friday for a few pints. Then Tuesday comes along and you're like, oh, why did I say that? And then Wednesday and Thursday come along and you're dreading it. And then Friday comes along and you're like, oh, I hope someone cancels. So I'm not going to cancel, so I hope the other guy cancels. It's all this kind of nonsense, and that happens when you're older. I think we should all just accept that nobody actually wants to bloody go out anymore.
That was my last question actually. Do you think people who go out a lot after 40 are happier or just louder?
Wow, good question. If you're still going out in your 40s regularly, like proper socialising and going to clubs and stuff like that, more power to you. Fair play. I don't know how you're doing it. I don't know where you're getting the money either. Because, again, when you get older, your spending habits change. Adult responsibilities, you've got to really think about other stuff that you probably didn't have to think about when you were 25. So, fair play to you. You've obviously got the money for it. And you should enjoy it. But I don't know how you're dealing with the hangovers.
Um, if I tell you let's go out tonight, like for example, get that we're going out tonight. If we didn't go, and I tell you let's go out tonight, what would you say?
That's it. What if you said it's cancelled?
No, like if we didn't go out tonight, for example,
Yeah.
tomorrow night, and I tell you let's go out tonight, what
Oh.
would you say?
Well, I would ask you why and where and how much. Do we really need to? And it's a bit weird because you don't like going out, so why you all of a sudden want to go out? No, yeah, I'd say fine. Like it depends, but like your priorities change and the things you enjoy change. Like I used to love going out drinking on a Friday night, and now I'd rather like watch a movie, maybe even go to the cinema. I prefer spending my money on concerts and gigs, and Lord knows I need the money because they're very expensive now. That's my idea of a night out now, and maybe a pint after with a good friend. That's how I see most of my friends is at concerts now. We all just meet up 3, 4 times a year at our favourite band, whoever is in town who's playing, and yeah, it works. But like everybody changes as they get older, you know.
Do you think couples go out to have fun or to avoid sitting alone together at home?
I remember I worked in a restaurant for years, a pub restaurant, And I was young, and I used to look at couples, married couples that would come in. They're probably my age now when I think about it, but they were old to me back then. And they would come in and they would say, "Oh, hey Gary, how are you?" I'd say, "Ah, how's it going? The usual table, yeah, usual table." And they'd sit there and they'd order drinks and they'd have food. And they would just both look out the window. They didn't talk to each other. This was actually not just one couple, there was loads of couples. They just sit there in quietness and just staring out the window. They'd have a couple of words every now and again, but they wouldn't be having any discussion or anything like that. And I'd be like, why can't you just stay at home if you're not going to talk to each other? It was always weird to me. But now that I'm older, I kind of get it. Because that's what we do.
To be out of the...
Yeah, we go out for dinner and we spend all day talking about stuff at home in our daily lives, that when we go out for dinner we kind of just switch off a little. We're kind of just staring at the food going, this is nice.
What about the man that they want to go out just to relax from the house?
Well, men need company, men, men and women are completely different in many ways. But men need that camaraderie. We need that connection. Girls need girl time, and men need man time. We do. We need to hook up with our friends. A case in point is a friend of mine who lives in the UK, and he's coming home for a couple of days this weekend, and I will be meeting him for a drink, and I will look forward to that. Because that's a catch up. That's a meaningful night out. And I need that. I need to talk to him about life and stuff, get a few things off my shoulders that I can't share with Lily or you. They're not secrets or anything, it's just day-to-day male life.
Yeah.
You just you do a little stress test. You go, this is annoying me, should it be annoying me? Yeah, no, forget about it.
Is going out actually about socializing or proving to other people that you still got it?
Well,
you still
it depends.
have a life?
Look, a lot of people go out because they're lonely and they need to meet someone, and that's fine. They should be going out. People should be going out, by the way. Young people should be going out and having a drink and relaxing. I think a lot of people are very uptight these days, and they could do with, relaxing a little, putting down the phone for a little while, and having a couple of drinks and a chat with other people. That would be healthy.
What about the age-wise? Like, for example, you go out, you push yourself to go out to prove yourself that I still got it. Like, I still have the energy to go out.
Yeah, well, you can if you like, but no one cares. You could walk into a nightclub bar and go, I've still got it, and everyone in there is like, who's the old guy?
Yes.
A friend of mine, when we were growing up, a friend of mine owned a nightclub, and we would be in there having drinks and stuff, and we'd look over it. And his dad and all his friends would be there and be like, look at those old bastards, man. They were lovely people. We were like, oh, they're so old. What are they doing in a nightclub? They were younger than me now. I think back, I go, my God, I was so wrong. They were in their 40s, but to me they were ancient. I was like, what are you doing in a nightclub? And that's how young people see it.
Yeah. Are we tired, or we are just done pretending?
I'm tired of just saying, a bit of both. But life is tiring, especially modern life. It's constant. Our brains weren't designed for 24/7 news and information. It's constant. It's all day staring at your phone and staring at the television and everyone texting. We weren't built for it. So I think for me anyway, when I get to the weekend, phone's down. I just need to watch a movie and relax with you and just switch the brain off, because it's totally overstimulated. So if you don't have a portion of the week carved out for not socializing, not reading, not learning all the time, not taking in information, you need to carve out at least a day where you rest your brain and you rest your body. Because I think people are just too uptight now. They stress everything. There's people stressing about stuff that isn't even happening in their country. Really, it's insane when you think about it. They're going crazy about stuff that happened in another country. It's like, it's nothing to do with you. Relax.
If clubs were silent, seated, and ended at 8 p.m., would you love to go again?
No, it sounds like hell. It's like nightclubs for old people. You're all right.
Do you think younger people look at us and think they're boring, or they're free?
I think they think we're weirdos. I don't know.
I think they think we are old.
They think we're old. Yeah. When I was their age, I thought this was old. So I get it. But as I get older, the more I realise that no one actually grows up. They're just older looking children.
It was always so funny for me, like all the people when they are trying to be young and dress young, and I'm 40 and I'm dressing like 15.
Yeah.
You know, and I always wonder if the younger people they are like, just look at this.
Yeah, probably. Nah, you don't go too far. There's people who just don't accept where they are at in their life, and there's a line, and we all know the line. And you know when you see it, you're like,
But
what?
sometimes you don't see it though with yourself.
Yeah,
You don't realize it.
well, I mean,
yourself.
you'd tell me, like if I came down here rocking like a sleeveless t-shirt and a pair of baggy pants for going for, I don't know, some kind of weird new look, you'd be like, maybe put the jumper on, And I'd tell you, I'd be like, you're not, you're not in school, so maybe.
But you do sometimes, but I don't listen.
They shouldn't listen to me anyway. And rightly so. Shouldn't listen to me at all. What do I know? If you're watching this, don't listen to me. I know nothing.
What's more depressing, going out and hating it, or staying at home and knowing you will never miss it?
Yeah, going out and hating it. That's terrible. That's hell. You do the Irish goodbye. You just slip out the door. Gone. The famous Irish goodbye. Just disappear. Which is a weird one, because when we were younger, people would do the Irish goodbye all the time. They'd just disappear in the middle of the night in town. And nobody would really bat an eyelid. Everybody would be like, oh, he'd gone home. Must have gone home. It's like, well, is he okay? Didn't even check on him before he left. It's just crazy and reckless. Good fun, though. You should never do that, though. You should always tell people where you are.
Do you still go out? Okay. Do you still go out because you want to, or because you think you should?
Mostly it's because I think I should. I rarely want to. Which is terrible, isn't it? I rarely want to. It's just my habits have changed. I still like a pint of Guinness. I love a pint of Guinness. I crave a pint of Guinness. But it's not enough to make me go out specifically to get that pint of Guinness. We often would drop in for one drink on our way home from the shops. We just go in and have a quick drink and come home and cook dinner, and that's lovely. Yeah.
Would you go more out if you were single? Maybe.
Oh God, the thoughts of it. You kind of have to if you're single and you want to meet someone. You have to. You sure you can meet people on apps and stuff like that, but even then you still have to go out to meet the person. It's an awful lot of effort. But yeah, no, I mean, if that's the way you're going to do it, you have to socialise if you want to meet somebody and you're single. But I mean, things change. I mean, when you're in your 40s and 50s, you're more likely to meet somebody at a dinner party like the thing we're going to tonight, or seasonal Christmas work parties, things like that. You're going to meet people through work and things like that. So it's not completely necessary to be out drinking every weekend. It's not healthy either, especially in your 40s, your 50s. Imagine. No good.
I finished with my questions.
Well, it's just about, because we're going for dinner and it's the evening. So we're all dolled up. I'm wearing a jumper and jeans, which is the extent of my my wardrobe, really. And Susie is all dressed up in the latest dinner party gear. Cow slippers, baggy tracksuit, and a Metallica hoodie. But this is all very chic.
I love my hoodie. That's his hoodie, by the way.
There's dressing for your age and there's dressing for bed. Susie's dressed for bed. But she looks beautiful, as always. Yes, as always. Brownie points for Gary. Maybe not. So that's it?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Anything else?
What can I ask you, no?
I don't know. I think everybody's fed up now listening to me talking about going out. They probably want to get ready to go out themselves. So I think we'll leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yes.
Unless what do you think? I'll ask you a question. Do you love going out? Would you like to be going to a nightclub tonight?
No. You know what makes me happy? Cup of tea, mint tea.
Cup of tea, cup of mint tea.
Nice book. Not even television. I don't like watching television.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Depends on the show.
Especially TV shows if they're stupid
Well, we disagree sometimes on what stupid is.
most of the time.
But you like a quiet time.
Yes,
Cup of tea and a book.
yes.
Hugs
And
from
Lily,
Lily.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
my tree.
It's a good pace.
Yeah, after 40.
And I think most people watching now that are our age probably agree.
Hmm.
You know. But young people are like, look at these two old prats.
I like when we book Sichuan, we go to a nice Chinese restaurant.
Yeah, we have our favourites.
Yeah, we book it, but I don't know. I feel like winter is more harder than summer. Like summer, it's like you have more energy to go to a restaurant.
Absolutely.
Not partying, just a restaurant. Than winter.
Yeah.
It's winter, you don't really want to do much things.
We tend to hibernate. We like to shut down in the winter. We don't really do very much at all. I can count on one hand the amount of nights we've had out since the evenings drew in, as they say. But it'll all kick off now, February, March, April.
I think it's just because of Christmas. If there was no Christmas, we wouldn't go out.
Yeah, Christmas drags everybody out. Most of the time you don't want to go, but you have to go. Anyway, speaking of going places, we are getting picked up in 20 minutes. So I think we're going to leave it there.
Okay.
For sure. All right. Listen, thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back during the week with another chat. I'm sure Zuzi's got great ideas, right?
Yes.
I could sneak a look, but I don't. I like to not know what we're talking about.
You never know, by the way, what we're going to talk about.
Don't know.
Yeah, I like that way.
Well, anyway, thanks a million for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Like, subscribe, follow, all that kind of stuff. We're also on Instagram at Cheesy Cooking.
You can also share what do you think about going out after 40 and when did you change? Like,
let us know what you think.
Yes.
And also, give us some ideas to talk about. If there's anything you want to hear us discuss, let us know in the comments. Have a great weekend, guys. We'll let you know how dinner goes.